In this lesson, we are trying to find the rule for what is happening in our pattern. You notice that we have 10 and 2/3, then 9 and 11/18, and 8 and 5/9. And we want to find out the pattern or the rule from how we go from one to the next. So what I'm going to do, first of all, before I start working with fractions, is I want to make sure that all my denominators are the same. I have 3, 18, and 9. If I think about this, I can change them to be common denominators of 18. So I'm going to take 3, and I'm going to multiply that. Something times 3 is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. And 6 times 2 is 12. I do on the same on the top as I do on the bottom. So I have 12 over 18 here. I have 11 over 18 here. I don't need to change that. And now I need to change this to be 18. I multiply by 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top, which is 10 over 18. So now I have 10 wholes with 12 over 18, 9 wholes with 11 over 18, and 8 wholes with 10 over 18. So I'm going to take this now, and I'm going to look for a pattern. How did I go from 10 and 12/18 to 9 and 11/18? Well, in this case, I could count down by 18ths, but that's the same as subtracting. So I'm going to subtract 12/18 minus 11/18, and that looks like I have 1/18. And then I have 9 minus 10 minus 9, which is 1. So I have found my rule. To go from one number to the next, I go down by 1 and 1/18. Take a look. To go from 10 and 12/18 to 9 and 11/18, I go down by 1 and 1 over 18. So that's how I go from 9 11/18 to 10 to 8 and 10/18. I go down by 1 and 1 over 18. So how am I going to find out what happens here? Well, I'm simply going to go down by 1 and 1/18. If I subtract 1 from 8, I have 7. So I'm going to go ahead and erase my question mark. And now I have 7. And if I take away 1/18, I have 9/18. And the next one, I have 6. I take away one more, and I have 8/18. How did I do this? Well, first, I found the common denominators. Oops. And then I subtracted neighbor terms. Now let's say that they ask us to start at 3/8, and then our rule is to add 3/16. I still do the same thing. I first start with my common denominator. I don't have common denominators right now. I have 16 and I have 8. We want to make them the same. So I'm going to change 8 to be 16. And whatever I do on the bottom, I multiply on the top by. So now I have 6 over 16. And I'm going to add 3/16. Well, now I have 16ths. It's easy. If I add 3, I have 9 over 16. And then I have 12 over 16. And then I have 15 over 16. And I have 4 terms there. However, we notice that some of these terms can be simplified. Can you guess which one? You're right. 12 over 16 can be simplified. When I simplify, I find a number that I can divide the top and the bottom by. I'm going to divide 12, and I'm going to divide by 16. By what number? I'm going to divide it by 4. So now I have 3 over 4. Let's remember that we started with 3 over 8. So my final answer is going to be 3 over 8, 9 over 16, 3 over 4, and 15 over 16. What are some guidelines to do when we have this use a rule and add more? First of all, we find common denominators. And then we do the rule.